Good morning, everyone. This is Mayor Buckley reporting to you again uh, on some city events that are going on and some city issues that we're working through. I'm in the mayor's office once again with Tim, and it is Thursday, the 27th of October, around 11 o'clock in the morning. I want to talk to you about several things today, and the first thing I want to talk to you about is the 2023 budget. Our Common Council recently approved the 2023 salary ordinance and 2023 budget. It is an excellent budget. It is fully funded, balanced, and we continue to reduce our debt as a city. After 2022, after 23, our city will no longer have any debt. And that is a wonderful position for us to be in. We had to dig our way out back 10 years ago and to get to this point, and we have stayed the course, and we will soon be debt free. And that lifts a burden off of the taxpayer. A couple highlights. We will continue to replace police vehicles. We purchased yet another new ambulance with this budget. 2 trucks for DPW, 1 bucket truck for DPW, and we are looking into buying 2 new trash trucks through the Sewage Works utility. In 2012, when I became the mayor, our net worth as a city was $325 million. The assessor, Marion County assessor, has certified the assessed valuation rate for the city of Beech Grove for 2023 to be $627 million, a substantial increase from when I began as your mayor. I'm very happy about this. Your property values continue to go up, and by doing that, we will continue to lower your tax rate. This budget is the 7th of the last 8th budget that we have passed where your taxes have went down. And of the 11 years that I have been your mayor, 8 of these years, taxes have been lowered. I can only speak for the civil city of Beech Grove. I can't speak for the Marion County Library. I can't speak for Beech Grove City Schools. I can only speak for the civil city of Beech Grove, and our taxes continue to go down. Our taxes, in my opinion, are still way too high and need to continue to be reduced. But that will be taken up at another date. Our salaries in 2023 continue to increase. Most salaries are between 3 and 5% increase, with the exception of our workers at DPW, who we can all agree do a wonderful job. The average wage increase at DPW is 8%. That is the second year of a 3-year phase where we will raise their rates that much higher. This will get them in line with our neighbors all around us, the city of Lawrence, the city of Greenwood, the town of Speedway, and the city of Indianapolis. And our EMS workers, our paramedics, and EMTs are one of the highest paid civilian group in central Indiana. We are very close to the Wayne Township Fire Department and the Pike Township Fire Department. And we are very happy about this. This is a good position for us to be in, but we will continue to pay high wages to attract the best talent. And I think we have the best talent. Our police department, the average increase is over 12%. This is the second of a 3-year process to make our police officers the highest paid police officers in central Indiana. We already have the finest vehicles and the equipment. We are constructing a new state-of-the-art police station at the corner of Emerson and Main. And now, with the benefits that we offer and the continued pay increases, makes our police department one of the best police departments in central Indiana. And I'm very happy about that. That was my goal in this term as your mayor, was to make sure that our public safety departments, including the Department of Public Works, is adequately funded and we have the absolute best talent. And we're getting there. We're very close, but we need to continue to move forward. The budget process and the salary process is the priority of the clerk treasurer's office. And I want you to know that your clerk treasurer, Jim Kaufman, has done an outstanding job with not only this budget and salary ordinance, but the first two that he has done as your clerk. Jim should be publicly thanked for the good work that he has done and the streamlining of his office. And so I thank him as a taxpayer, and I thank him as the mayor for what he has done. He's done a very good job. So I wanted to talk about that first because we just finished the budget process. The Common Council did a wonderful job in moving this budget forward and getting it passed. Now it has been placed on the gateway and sent to the Department of Local Government Finance for approval. So that was a job well done by all elected officials. And I need to say this, is that once again, no elected official received a pay raise for 2023. In the 11 years that I have been mayor, I have received 2 pay raises. And those 2 pay raises, I publicly stated that I did not want because that wasn't my priority. But I just wanted to make that clear to all of you that elected officials for 2023 will not receive a pay raise. I will be right back to talk about infrastructure improvements that we're making. I want to talk to you today about the 911 center in Marion County and the sewer rate adjustments that we need to make to treat wastewater. So I will be right back. Thank you. Welcome back to a second segment. This one is concerning infrastructure improvements that have been made and that programs that we are working on as we speak. NDOT has made a final inspection of the Franciscan Trail, and they have released it with the exception of tree plantings. tree plantings will not take place again until the spring of 23. You'll notice pink ribbons on trees, some of the trees throughout the trail. Those are the trees that will be replaced in the spring of 2023. Other than that, the trail is complete. That was a approximately $3.5 million project that, in my opinion, has enhanced the city of Beech Grove, and it is completely paid for. Those of you who travel and live on the south side of the city of Beech Grove, you'll notice that the Thompson Trail is complete. That is a walking trail on the north side of Thompson Road between Emerson Avenue and 9th Avenue. The sole purpose of that road, of that trail, was to get the foot traffic off of Thompson Road. Hopefully, those who walk in that area will take advantage of that trail and walk along that trail. It is a wonderful improvement. You'll notice we put up a little BG statue at the corner of Yazoo and Thompson. And there's benches, trash cans, and there's dog stations along the trail. So it is officially open. The work is done. It has a bridge similar to the bridges on the Franciscan Trail, but not near as wide. So we're very happy about this project. This is yet another project that cost approximately $1.2 million to do, and it is completely paid for. So we are very happy about that. Work continues on the Hornet Greenway, which is set for construction in 2024. If you've traveled out by the community center, you'll notice that the community center has a new parking lot. That was a much needed improvement. We corrected an age-old drainage problem that was there when the Olympia Club was in use. So it's been there a long time. And I think the community center started back in 92. I'm not for sure, but I think it was 1992. But it's been that long since we've had issues with drainage on that parcel. So that has been fixed. So we're very happy about that. The lot is open. The lighting is very good of an evening at night. That is another improvement. We are waiting on the final invoice to come in, but that project is going to cost the city approximately $1 million. And funds to pay that are coming from the American Rescue Plan, the Redevelopment Commission, and our friends at Beech Grove City Schools. So we're very happy about that. Those of you who lived in the area of Grovewood and Grovewood Place, the sewer project that we did is now complete. And what we did was, before I became the mayor, they had diverted stormwater into the sanitary sewer line. The city did. And the city was paying to treat that stormwater. So what we did, we went back into the sewer system, separated that all out, so now the stormwater goes into the creek and we are not treating stormwater. So that will take a burden off of the sanitary sewer system and hopefully will help us keep the cost down to treat wastewater. That project is done. That took place right almost at the intersection of Grovewood Place and Grovewood Drive. So that's done, and we're going to move on to the next project. In November, we hope to apply and be awarded $600,000 through the Office of Community and Rural Affairs through the state of Indiana to make big improvements to the McFarland Creek. That is a creek that runs along Dangerfield Drive. It goes over to Roderick Court, affects Killian Drive, and goes all through South Grove. We have experienced all kinds of problems over there, and a lot of it stems from a retention pond that was put in to service buildings on Emerson Avenue. The pond is not even close to being big enough to hold the water that it collects. So we have to correct that, and the big problem, it's causing people's backyards to wash out. So we are looking for funding to correct that problem. The cost to correct the problem is going to be approximately $825,000, but Okra hopefully will give us $600,000 to offset that cost. So we're looking into that as well. At the November 7th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, the board will hear a request to publicly advertise for yet another sanitary sewer improvement project. This project identifies several manholes throughout the sanitary sewer system that are going to be rehabbed, plus the lining of several sewer lines, including the line running under Main Street from Emerson Avenue to at least 10th. So that is about a $700,000 project that we hope to complete in 2023. The board will hopefully approve the advertising, and in the early part of 23, we can receive bids and award bids to make yet another large improvement to our sanitary sewer system. Work continues on the roundabout at 25th and Churchman. There are 9 parcels that the city has to buy, and we are in the process of purchasing those 9 parcels. Those of you who are watching this and live in this area, you'll understand what I'm talking about as we process these payments to you. So that is a much needed project as well. We have recently applied for more funding through NDOT to construct yet another roundabout in the city of Beech Grove. This roundabout is at the intersection of Hannah Avenue and Arlington, 1 block south of the big roundabout that we put in a couple years ago. This is a very dangerous intersection, and as a matter of fact, in Marion County and the donut counties that touch Marion County, this intersection is rated as one of the top 70 worst intersections in central Indiana. So it automatically qualifies for highway safety improvement funding to correct the seriousness of cars driving way too fast and being able to access onto Arlington Avenue. So our intent is to receive funding, build a new roundabout to slow the traffic down. We recently, if you've driven through Sarah T. Bolden Park, you'll notice that we have recently redone both basketball courts. This is the first phase. We are done until the spring of 23. In 2023, we will completely reseal both basketball courts, and then the Parks Board will choose the type of striping that will go on to the courts, whether it will be strictly for basketball or basketball and pickleball courts. That's totally up to the Parks Board. So the basketball courts are open for public use and they get used every day. Recently, down in the maintenance building in Sarah T. Bolton Park, we put a new security gate in. It's an electric gate and it automatically opens and closes. So it's more convenient for the parks director and his staff, plus it gives us added security. The dog park recently was given an upgrade. Now there's water that runs to the dog park for human consumption and for animal consumption. So that was a request made by several people who visit our dog park. So we're happy to make that improvement, and it's all complete. As a matter of fact, they probably shut the water off already for the year. So we'll be back up and running in the spring. But anyway, those are some of the things that we are working on from an infrastructure standpoint. We are very busy, and we are getting ready to apply for more funding through the Community Crossings Grant Program in January to pave yet more roads beginning in 2024. So we are having our first meeting on that in a couple of weeks, and we look forward to making more improvements on your local roads and streets. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for segment 3, which I want to talk to you about sewer rate adjustments, and I want to talk to you about the 911 center. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the third segment, and this segment I want to focus on 2 topics. The first topic is a sewer rate adjustment for the treatment of wastewater. And the second topic I want to talk to you about is calling 911 at our Marion County Communications Center. First of all, I've had a couple conversations with our President Pro Tem of the council, and we have to make some adjustments to our Beech Grove sewer utility rate. And this all stems for the increased cost to treat wastewater. So when I present these things to the council, I want to get out in front of it and talk to all of you, because whenever these things occur, I want you to hear it from me. I don't want you to hear it second, third, fourth hand. I want you to hear it from me and why we need to do this. It's no secret that all of these utilities are going up. I watched this morning on the news about the very high increase presented by AES for our electrical utility bill. Citizens Energy is raising the rate for water and for natural gas. Citizens Energy treats our wastewater that you and I generate. Each year through 2029, that rate per 1,000 gallons is going to go up. And we have 2 options: try to leave it where it's at, which we've done the last 2 years, or make the adjustments to offset the cost. So in November, the council will hear on first reading an increase of $3.25. So should the council approve this, residential customers in single and double family dwellings, your rate will increase from $37 per month to $40.25. $3.25 increase. Effective February 1st of 2023. They will also hear a rate increase for the year 2024. The same rate increase will apply, $3.25. So February the 1st of 2024, Beech Grove Sewage Works utility customers who live in single and double family dwellings, your rate will be $43.50. They will hear that on first reading as well. And they will also hear on first reading the rate increase for 2025, effective February 1st. That rate will increase once again by $3.25. So beginning February 1st of 2025, your Beech Grove Sewage Works utility residential users in single and double family dwellings, your rate will be $46.75. So over the next 3 years, your sewer rate for the treatment of wastewater will increase by $9.75. This is over a 3-year period. This is only for the treatment of wastewater. Nothing else. Doesn't offset any salaries increases, any benefit increases. We hope to reduce the cost of treating wastewater by doing 2 things. One is we will be eliminating all of our debt by 2025. We have like 5 more bond payments to make of a bond that was taken out in 2004 and 2005. That will free us up money to offset these costs. Also, we continue to make improvements to our sanitary sewer system. And by doing this, we hope to try to lower the amount of infiltration of groundwater that we don't have to treat. So those factors will help us to try and keep the cost down to all of you. If we don't adjust our rates, these are slight increases. If we don't adjust our rates, then we will fall further behind and we will depend on the operating budget of the city to pay sewer rates, and we don't want to do that. So this has to be passed on to you and I. So I wanted you to hear it from me. And the increases will be $3.25 per year for the next 3 years, beginning in 2023. So we will hear this on first reading only at the November 7th meeting. So we have no increase in stormwater, and we have a $1 increase only for next year in trash pickup. So our rates have stabilized, and by adjusting our sanitary sewer rate will keep us in line. So I wanted you to hear it from me. It's not pleasant news to anyone, and especially those on fixed income, but this is a direction that the city needs to take. So there'll be more on that as time progresses. But our sewage utility work, our division is doing well. Our sewer is functioning properly, and there has been more maintenance done on this system in the past 5 years than at any time in its recent history. So I'm very happy about that. On to another topic that is very, very concerning to me, and that is the 911 Communication Center for Marion County. If you have a emergency, whether it's police, fire, or EMS, and you live in the city of Beech Grove, or you're visiting Beech Grove or working in Beech Grove, whatever may be the case, and you call 911, there has been a history of your call being put on hold. And that is totally unacceptable. I sent an email to our 2 representatives on the City County Council. I sent an email, the same email, to the City County Council President, the President of the Public Safety Committee for the City County Council, and the mayors of Indianapolis's Chief of Staff, to let them know that this is very alarming to me, that a citizen in, let alone Beech Grove and Marion County, other than Speedway and Lawrence, can call 911 and be put on hold for an extended period of time. Depending on the emergency, it could be a matter of life and death. The center is under the control of MESA, M-E-S-A, and that falls under the ultimate authority is the police chief of IMPD. At the beginning of this year, they took over from the Marion County Sheriff's Department. They have several issues at the communication center. Number one is pay. Recently, employees of the communication center received a substantial raise. And I give a lot of credit to that to Frank Mascari, who walked that through. And he kept us in the loop on where we were at on this, because if you're not going to pay anything, you're not going to get anybody to work. So I think that situation is being resolved. But the fundamental problem and the reason why the phones are not getting answered or you're being put on hold is because they don't have enough employees. The budget for the communication center in Marion County calls for 139 people. They are down to approximately 90 people. They are almost 50 employees short. So some things have to change. And I had a chance to talk with the chief of staff for the mayor's office in Indianapolis, and I voiced my concern that this is a totally unacceptable practice that has to stop immediately. The Indianapolis Police Department, the Indianapolis Fire Department, the City of Beech Grove EMS, City of Beech Grove Police Department, and every public safety agency in Marion County, with the exception of Speedway, Lawrence, and the Indianapolis Airport, depends on that communication center to effectively do their job. None of these public safety agencies can do their job until the communications center in downtown Indianapolis does theirs. And they're not going to do their job if everybody's on hold. So this is a problem that warrants immediate attention. I have yet to hear from the City County Council President. I've yet to hear from the President of the Public Safety Committee for the City County Council. I have yet to hear from Michael Hart, who is a representative here in the city of Beech Grove. I have heard from Frank Mascari, who represents the citizens of Beech Grove on the City County Council, and I have heard from Dan Parker, who is the Chief of Staff for Mayor Hogshead's office. I haven't even heard from the Director of the Communications Center. So, folks, if you have an emergency, call 911. Don't get frustrated and hang up the phone. That's the only option you have. Stay on the line, and then eventually somebody will get to you down there. I don't know who, but somebody will. When you're done processing your emergency, tell them that you want to file a formal complaint with the communications center and ask to speak to a shift manager. Under no circumstance should you hang up the phone, because if you hang up the phone during your phone call, you will automatically go to the bottom of the list, which makes it even worse. So please, if you call 911, stay on the line. Someone will eventually get to you. Do not hang up the phone and redial, because you go down to the bottom of the list again. After your phone call is complete and you feel that you have been on extended hold due to a bona fide emergency call you're trying to make, I would recommend that you file a formal complaint with the center, ask to speak to a manager. So I wanted to get that across because it is very frustrating. I am monitoring this situation all the time on behalf of every resident in the city of Beech Grove, the people who do business in the city of Beech Grove, and the people who visit this city. Because when you call 911, no matter where you are in Marion County, it is unacceptable for you to stay on hold for an extended period of time. So this is a emergency that I am not going to let go, and I'm going to do whatever I can to address this issue, and as often as I can. So I wanted to get that out to you today because it weighs on me. It's very frustrating, especially the background that I have and knowing what is going on. So I want to wrap up this session of the podcast. I want to give you some important dates that are coming up through the rest of the year. So I'll be right back. Thank you. I'm back. I want to give you some dates of some events that are going on in the city of Beech Grove through the rest of the year. In the mail over the next few days, you should be getting a flyer sent out by the city. Our clerk treasurer sent it out, and it spells out some important dates, but I want to go through them again. Beginning last October 11th through December the 16th is our annual leaf pickup. So we're out picking up leaves. I've seen them out this morning. So get your leaves out to the curb. Please don't block storm grates. And if you see a storm grate that's clogged, could you do us a favor and unclog it? That way, when it does rain, the drainage will go down into the system instead of flooding the roads. But anyway, our leaf pickup is well underway. Our equipment's functioning well, and we'll go through the middle of December before we call it a year. October the 31st is Halloween. According to the police chief in Beech Grove, the trick-or-treat hours are Monday, October the 31st only, from 5:30 to 8:30. Please walk in groups and wear bright reflective clothing so you can be seen. On November the 11th is Veterans Day. City Hall is closed for the holiday. At 11 a.m. on the steps of City Hall, we will have our annual Veterans Day service. That is conducted by the Mayor's Faith-Based Roundtable, and we encourage all of you to join us. It is a short but very nice service. Friday, November the 11th at 11 a.m., the Veterans Day service at City Hall. If it's raining, we'll be inside. On November the 12th is our last scheduled shredding event for 2022. From 9 to noon behind City Hall, we provide free shredding, free appliance drop-off, free medicine disposal, and the health department provides free needle pickup. So that's happening, and our friends at the Holy Name PTO will be volunteering at this event to raise funds for their school. So we're looking forward to that. On November the 17th, the Beech Grove City Schools provides their annual community dinner. It is at the high school from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you've ever visited that is a very, very nice dinner, hot dinner, free of charge. So it's just a nice thing that they do over there. November the 24th is Thanksgiving. City offices will be closed. The Friday after Thanksgiving, the 25th, the city offices will be closed as well. On November the 26th, a Saturday, is Small Business Saturday on Main Street. We encourage all of you to come down and visit Main Street and shop local. I don't know about anybody else, but malls to me are uneventful, and I'd rather shop at a local shop such as the ones we have down here on Main Street. So come on down and join these wonderful businesses down here. November the 27th. This is not on your sheet, or not on your flyer that you received. This is something that has just been added. November the 27th, a Sunday at 2 o'clock, Santa will be down on Main Street, and we will have our Christmas parade. It begins at City Hall and takes off east on Main Street all the way down to 2nd Street. Last year, we reversed it. We went from 2nd Street to 8th Street. This year, we started 8th Street and go to 2nd Street. Lineup begins at 1 p.m. It will begin on 8th Street, north of Main Street by City Hall. The parade starts at 2 o'clock. The lineup begins at 1, and we will take off down to 2nd Avenue. November the 26th through December the 20th, you can visit Santa at Santa's house, which is located at 102 Main Street, right across the street from the new police station. There's a little house in the back. We're going to keep that house for a little bit. That will become Santa's house for the month of December. So we encourage all of you to come down and visit Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, November the 26th through December the 20th. City Hall is closed on Christmas Day, and which is, by the way, a Sunday, I think, and December 26th, the city offices will be closed as the official holiday for Christmas. So those are some of the dates that are going on, and we want you to reference this flyer for these dates. And if you have any questions concerning any of these programs, you're certainly welcome to call the mayor's office at 803-9111. So we'll be back in a week or so to give you yet another update on programs that are going on. So until then, thank you very much.